Unit 7. How would you describe these figures? As I was saying, lesson 1, how would you describe these figures? So today, guys, let's draw and describe geometric figures. For our warm-up, you're going to look at the picture on page 3, and I'll give you guys a minute. You're going to write down, what do you notice? What do you wonder? Raise your hand. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Gage.
It's colorful.
It's colorful. I noticed that too. Okay. Aaron?
There are all the colors, like the blue, the pink, the orange, the yellow. They're all like yarn on a piece of, and they're on a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of cardboard, and it looks like yarn that they're using. Kate?
I wonder, what's it telling us and why it's there?
Yeah, what is it telling us and why? Yeah. Coral?
Sorry. What I notice is that there's a pattern, and what I wonder is kind of like, why did they do this, and like, kind of like Kate said, like, what are they telling us?
Right.
There's a giant circle in the middle.
Did anybody else notice a giant circle in the middle? What other shapes do you see? Delaney.
Triangles.
Did you guys notice if you follow? Oh, wait. I lost it. I think it goes to here.
Yeah.
But these are like triangles. And somehow, gosh, it's hard for me to follow. Somehow, all of these triangles, oh, it's like an optical illusion. I don't know which one I'm tracing. But they form a circle. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So, a little side note. I think I did a project like this when I was in 6th grade. This looks very familiar to me. So, somehow by making all of those triangles, you wind up with a circle. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so your first activity today, you are going to work with your math partner. Each group or each person is going to get one of these. You're going to cut them out. I cut off the trash so we wouldn't have trash everywhere. But you're going to cut them out. And then partner A, okay. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Only one partner gets the cards. But let's go ahead and let's talk about this now that you've had a chance to work with your partner. So, what are some things you guys noticed? Close your books. You guys are all on different pages starting stuff. We should not be doing that. Testing, close your book. What are some things you noticed during that activity? Jace?
That sometimes the person was very far off or like super close.
Okay, so you guys kind of had two extremes. Okay. Which parts were accurate when you were drawing them? Aaron?
Like some of the lines, like when I told my partner, it was like it had diagonal lines. She'd do a triangle.
Okay, so diagonal was a really good clue. Kaylin?
If you like tell them what type of angle and where the angles are.
Okay, so you actually got real specific with the type of angle. I like it. Okay, Brooks?
We like drew a rectangle since the card was in a rectangle.
Oh, so you kind of had a starting point because you knew the card itself was a rectangle.
Yeah, so then we went from like the middle of the right side to the middle of the right side.
So you had some good terminology. I like that. Cora?
Kind of like Aaron said, like if they say like vertical lines, diagonal lines, or like and angles and stuff.
Okay, so we kind of just answered these other questions. So was the word diagonal useful? Was that a good word?
Yeah.
Triangle, was that useful?
Yeah.
Okay, I also heard the right side, the left side. And then you guys got to do it. Hopefully you guys got through 4 cards, but I think most of you got through at least 2 or 3, right? Okay. So, display. We didn't make a display. Do you guys recognize these cards though? Yeah. So, which one was easy to describe? And let's call this one A and this one B. Which was easy to describe? Or easier? Kira. A because it's a more simple shape. Jace?
Well, also it could be B because that middle section is just a rectangle.
Oh, see, I didn't even see that. So if you could visualize like a rectangle in the middle, like a narrow one, that would be interesting. That would be helpful. Did anyone measure something or use measurements? Anybody get out a ruler?
No.
Did you guys?
Well,
No, but
I said like it's almost like a centimeter down from that line.
Yeah.
So you gave measurements.
Yeah.
Okay. So would that have been helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a ruler. Okay. All right. So take a look up here. Books should be closed. This is our launch for activity 2. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Kaylin.
Notice it looks like one of those like grooves that you see when you just start making shapes on them.
Like with the rubber bands? That's what I was thinking of. Vivian.
It looks like that game where you like, if somebody makes a whole box like at that point, or like if somebody steals that box.
We used to play that at restaurants, waiting for our food. It's such a fun little game. I forget the name of it. I think I always called it box. Dots. It's dots. Okay. Coral.
I noticed that like if you if you like take the top one and then like go that in a triangle, you can make triangles out of it.
Okay, you can make triangles. One more. Okay, Gaston.
It looks like that one game when you drop the ball down and it like bounces.
Oh yeah, and it goes like this.
Yeah.
Like at carnivals and
Or, like,
things.
Yeah, and then you get a certain amount of points.
Planko, right? Planko. Oh, how fun. Okay, so in this activity, you guys, we are going to use the dots in the image to make different figures. So, here is a field of dots. Look at number 1. Draw 5 lines, each one connecting at least 2 dots and extending as far as possible. Did your lines make some familiar shapes or figures? Maybe a triangle, quadrilateral, a letter, or a number. Identify at least one familiar shape or figure in your drawing. Trace the shape with a heavier mark or use a colored pencil to make it obvious. Then you're going to share your drawing with your group members. How are the drawings alike? What do all the shapes have in common? How are the drawings different? And then we're going to synthesize. So a couple of things. We're going to look at your drawings and your responses. And walking around, I saw a variety of things. When you were working with your partner, how are your drawings alike? How are you and your partner's drawings alike? Kaylin. Okay. Riker. Okay, so you guys both wound up with triangles. Okay, Michael.
Me and my partner, we actually wound it up with some of the same things, but they were in different places.
Okay, Brooks.
We both drew trapezoids.
So you guys had trapezoids. Okay, so mark your spot in your book and look up here. Close your book with your pencil in it. Okay. So we have some things we need to go over. So basically, when they were saying go as far as you can, they meant literally to the end. Okay? So then, like, I would come all the way down. So each of your lines were really supposed to go as far as you could make them. Kind of like your cards we were looking at. So we kind of missed that, and that's okay. Because the whole point of it is we were really supposed to be drawing lines and line segments, okay? So if I have a shape up here, and I'm going to draw a trapezoid, each part of a line that makes up your shape is called a line segment, okay? Or a segment. We can see where a segment starts and where it stops. Gage, stop talking while I am. Thank you. Okay, so a line segment begins with a point. It has a line, and then it has another point. A line segment has a clear start and end point. When we're looking at just a line, we don't see the point. It goes on and on forever. Usually in geometry, we represent a line, and we have arrows. Actually, no, that would be a ray.
No.
Yeah, that would be a ray. Well, a ray has a point.
Ray has a point
And, yeah.
That's a line.
Yep, so this is a line. This is our segment. And then this is going to be a ray, which we'll get into, I think. So, points are just the dot, right? Each of these little dots are points. Okay. So, now we're going to be discussing these. So today we described some drawings and created some drawings based on descriptions. We noticed how points, lines, and segments are present in the drawings and that those terms were handy for describing what we were seeing. So we're going to look at image 2 of set 1. Do you guys remember describing this one?
Yep.
Are you with
Oh,
me?
yes.
Okay. Let's imagine that the lines that reach the edge of the card go on as if the card was larger. Like that line would keep going. Okay? Raise your hand. How many lines do you see? Braden?
4.
4? Gage? 4? Michael?
I think I see 3 because the one line is connected.
Okay. Okay. Keston?
6 if there's 2 lines going through the other 2 lines that are straight or individual.
Okay. Okay, Maya?
I see 4.
Okay. Can somebody come up here and show me where points would be in this drawing? Where would you see a point? Delaney, come up here and point. And I'll make a dot where you point. Where you point at the point. On the point. Okay, so yeah, we kind of have a point right here. And where else? Okay. That's kind of an intersecting. I don't know if that's truly a line or the edge of the card. I don't know, but technically it's a line, right? Yeah. I would say that's a point. Yeah. And here? Good job. Do you guys see any other points? Kira, come show us. Yep, that's a point, isn't it? Yep. Good job. This is actually a point. My dot was getting a little crazy. Okay, do you guys see any other points? Jace? I think we got them all. Yeah, I don't know if we count those as the edge of the card or a line. But if it wasn't the edge of the card, then yeah, we would definitely count. Wouldn't we count those? Okay. When you guys were describing the drawing, did you talk about intersecting lines or points?
No.
When I was walking around, I didn't really hear that. But now that we know, which points would be most helpful when describing this to a friend? And you can come point at it. Michael, which one would be most helpful?
Maybe like this one and this, like these points right here. That could help them like know that
The
there's a
most.
line here and there.
Yeah, I think so. Where are the line segments? And I'll do a different color. Who can come up here and point to a line segment? Oh, I just chose the same color as the drawing. We'll use purple. All right, Gage. Just point to one. Yep, because it goes from point to point. Wow, that is not a straight line at all. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I do it thicker, I can draw straighter. Okay. Yes, that is a line segment. All right, let's see. Bella, come on up here. Show us another line segment. This is going to bug me. Why didn't it draw straight? Okay. I'll use the other side. From here to here. There we go. Bella, pick somebody else. I used the other side of my pen. I'll let you guys pick. I can fix that one now. There we go. All right, Delaney. Oh, and there's points here, isn't there? Yes, that's a segment. That's my big point.
From down here.
And I have this one.
I picked that one.
All right, Brayden. That one.
That one.
Yeah, that's a line segment. Brayden, you got to pick somebody else.
Maya.
Watch out, Michael.
From here to here.
Okay. All right, pick somebody else.
Cool.
Oh, I like that. Yep. Oops. There we go. We'll pick one more person. I think we're not going to count the edges of the card, but if we just look at the line, yeah. Yeah, because the other ones, if this card was cut out, we would not count those, would we? Okay. How many line? Turn and talk with your neighbor. How many line segments are in this drawing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2.
I got 7.
I got 8.
All right. And stop your conversation. We're going to count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8.
There's 8. Raise your hand if you got 8. Nice. So we have 8 line segments. All right. Oh, this is your cool down. All right, guys. You are going to do your cool down. Look at me. When you are done with your cool down, just for today, Bitmoji room, because I haven't taught you any of the centers. So let's go ahead and let's do your cool down. Make sure your name is on it, and then we'll do the centers.